Hello everyone, welcome to the today's lecture. Today we are starting with the mental ability series. In the series we are starting with our first chapter, that is series completion. In this chapter we are going through multiple series which includes the series related to the alphabet, to the numbers and both together. While attempting the questions, you are supposed to look to the pattern which is followed in the series. Here we are going through multiple series as I mentioned. For that, I'll take few examples, starting with some basic example. Here we can see in the first example that A plus D, where D stand for some difference number. Like if I take an example, 1 plus 2 comes out to be 3, right? So we can take example like this. So we have a series name 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we can see the difference of 1 is added to the previous number. So we can take it as a slide, and we normally generalized called it as arithmetic progression. The second kind of series that we are going to take care of is geometric progression. Here we have seen a good example which is mentioned in point number 2, that is k. K is a factor which is multiplied by A. In the next number, k square is there which is multiplied by the same factor, then k cube is multiplied. These kind of series are called geometric progression. And if we take an example of the power factors dividing the same number, then also it is called geometric progression. Also we have other series which are based on prime numbers, which are based on squares, which are based on composite numbers as shown in the slide. So now we are starting with some basic questions which is covering all 5 types of series. So our first question is this. Here we have a good example. We are able to see a series starting with 16 followed by 19, which is followed by 22, which is followed by 25. Here we can easily figure out the basic difference of 3, which is denoted by small d here in the solution. So you can easily note that if we add 16 plus 3, then we get 19. And if we add again 3, we'll get 22. Followed the same sequence after 25 as well. So 25 plus 3 comes out to be 28, which is going to be our answer. This is a simple example for the series in which a same number is added to the previous value in order to get the result. I'll take another example which is a bit different from the same. Here you can see a good example which named as 4 followed by 8 followed by 16, then a missing number which is followed by 64. Now you are supposed to find the missing value here in this question. As we have seen this series, and we have already discussed a series in which a power factor is multiplied. So here we know the first term is 4 and the second term is 8, which is 4 multiplied by 2. And in the next series we are able to see 2 is multiplied by 8, then we'll get the 16. So we need to note that 4 is 2's square, 8 is 2's cube. So the sequence that we are going to follow is 4 into 2's cube. The answer comes out to be 64, and the value comes out to be 32 before 64. Or else we can follow a simple method, that is multiplication by 2 here. If 4 is multiplied by 2, we'll get 8. If 8 is multiplied by 2, we'll get 16. If 16 is multiplied by 2, we'll get 32. This is how we can solve this question as well. If we look forward for some more examples dealing with some different kind of problems, we are able to find out different ways to solve this sequence. Here we have a good example in which the power factor is dividing, the power factor is in denominator. So we have the series named 240 and then a missing value, then we have 10, then we have 40, then which is followed by 10 and 2 again. So the pattern here is multiplied by 1, multiplied by 1 by 2, multiplied by 1 by 3, multiplied by 1 by 4 and so on, multiplied by 1 by 5 as well. So the missing term comes out to be 240 multiplied by 1, then we get 240 again. So your answer will 240. I hope there is no problem in following the pattern. Already the pattern is mentioned, which is like 1 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 3 multiplied by 1 by 4 and so on. I hope this question is clear to everyone. Now we'll move to the next question, which is a multiple type of series. Here you have seen a good example. Now here this is a combination of two series, I can say. Here you can see the first number is 1, which is followed by 1. The second number is 4, which is followed by 8. The third number is 9, which is followed by a missing value. The next number is 16, which is followed by 64. Here you are able to figure out a common pattern that the first number, if we cube the first number's square, is the first value is the first number's square, and the second value is going to be the first number's cube. So if we follow the same pattern till 9, so we know that 9 is 3's square. So 3's cube is 27, which is going to be our missing value here. And we can verify it from the next term as well. 16 is 4's square. And if we note 64 is 4's cube. So what we are doing, first we are squaring, then we are cubing the same term. Then again we are squaring, then we are cubing the next term. So in the similar manner, if we cube 3, then we'll get 27, which will leads us to our answer. I hope this mixed combination or the mixed series is clear. Here we are using two different things, as I mentioned. Now we'll moving to some different questions. You're able to see a question here. A question suggests that 9, 66, 258 are missing value, which is followed by 4912. Here this is a combination of the results where we are supposed to square as well as to put a value in between. You can see the first term, which is 3's square. Everybody knows that 3's square is 9, which is followed by a imaginary value in between, that is 4, which is going to be your alternate series in between the series. Now after 3 will make the square of 4, which comes out to be 16, and which is followed by an imaginary series, that is 4 plus 2, that is 6. Here you are able to see that the second term is 166, which is followed by 4 square plus 6 in addition to 6. In the similar manner, in the next term, we'll make the square of 5, that is 25, which is followed by a term 6 plus 2. Again, in the similar manner, if we follow 6 square, that is 36, which is followed by a term 8 plus 2, 10. So the answer comes out to be 3610. I hope this is clear. As I mentioned about the alternate series, which is looking like this: 4, 6, 8, 10, which is followed by the difference of 2. So as I discussed, our answer going to be 3610. Now we have another question, students. In this question, we are able to see the number is increasing at a rapid rate. Initially we have 3, then we have 6, then we have 24, then we have 30, then we have 63, then we have 72. So initially the first number is increased with a smaller difference, then with a larger difference, then again with a smaller difference, then again with a larger difference. So this gives us a hint that we can calculate the difference between the numbers. Here you can see in the solution part, the difference between 3 and 6 is 3, then 6 and 24 is 18, then 24 and 30 is 6, then 30 and 33, 30 and 63 is 33, followed by the same sequence. In the end, we don't know the difference between the missing value and 132. For that, we need to again check the difference between the numbers. Here, we can see that the difference between the alternate number, like 3, then the alternate number is 6, then the alternate number is 9. They are following a difference of 3. And the next alternate series, that is 18, 33 and 48, is following a difference of 15. So the next term that we are supposed to find is following the sequence of 3. So 9 plus 3 comes out to be 12, right? Comes out to be 12, which is this. And if we check the difference of 132 with the missing value is 12, so our missing value is going to be 120. Here you can see it, right? Okay, so in the similar manner, we are able to figure out the values. Now, I'd like to discuss the next question, which is based on the similar kind of problem. Here, you can see a series of steps are there in this question. So first we'll read the question carefully. The question says 1 followed by 3 followed by 8 and so on till 184. Now here we are supposed to find the wrong entry which is not following the same sequence as the other numbers are following. So for that we are starting with the first number, that is 1, followed by 3 which is in a gap of 2, which is followed by 8 with a gap of 5, which is followed by 19 with a gap of 11, which is followed by 42 with a gap of 23 and so on till 148. So here we can see that the difference is not exactly what we are looking for. It's not making any good series. So we'll again check the difference between the number. Then we are able to find out the difference between 2 and 5 is 3 and the difference between 5 and 6 is 11 and so on till 95. But what we are able to figure out here is the difference that we are now calculating is 3 multiplied by 2 is 6, multiplied by 2 is 12, then multiplied by 2 is 24, so on 48. So here the wrong number is 88. The exact number is supposed to be 89 over there instead of 88 by following the same pattern as I recently discussed. I hope this question is clear. Sometimes we have to find the missing values. Sometimes we have to check whether the all entries are right or wrong. If there is any wrong entry, we have to click it out with the help of the procedure that every other number is following. I hope till now everybody is clear with each and every question. Now we'll move to the next question, which is again a type of series in a similar manner. Here you're able to see that numbers are decreasing and they are going till the negative number, right? So here you have to find the wrong entity because they are not asking for the further entry. So for that you need to figure out the basic thing. If we subtract 105 by 85, we are able to see a difference of I can say a 20. A difference of 20 is there. And if I subtract 85 by 60, we are able to see a difference of 25. Then 60 to 30, the difference is 30. Then 30 to 0, the difference is supposed to be 35. So our correct answer should be minus 5 instead of 0. So here we are able to get our answer. So what exactly we are using here is more related to the decrease of the number instead of increase. The number 105 is decreased to 85, is decreased to 60. In a similar manner, we are able to figure out that the difference in the number is increasing by 5. So initially the number difference is 20, then the number difference is 25, then the number difference is 30, then it should be 35 instead of 30 again. That is why our answer is minus 5 instead of 0. Okay, I hope everybody is clear till here. Before that we are seeing the series in which the number is increasing with some difference. This is the first series in which the number is decreasing and going till negative. So sequence is same, the process is same. You have to check which pattern the numbers are following and which exactly the number out of all is not following the same sequence. Then you'll get closer to your answer. Now we'll move to the next question. Here you're able to see the directions for question number 9 and 10. Here you are going to see a different kind of question. I'll directly jump to the question for that and I'll explain there. Here you have seen the question. Question is marked in the form of two different series. The first series is 12 followed by 28 followed by 64 and followed by 140. Here first you need to figure out the relation that the first sequence is following. Then you have to implement the same relation in the second series and get to the answer. You have to find that which number will appear at the place of t. Here you are able to see r. Instead of r, we are going to get t here. P, Q, R, S, T, right? So this is the thing. here t. So you are supposed to find the value which comes on the place of t. For that, first we need to figure out the relation as I mentioned. So we need to look. 12 is having a good difference with 28, which comes out to be a difference of multiplied by 2, which multiplied by 2 plus 4. If we multiply 12 with 2, we'll get 24, and if we add 4 here, we'll get our answer. Look at this. If we multiply 12 into 2, which comes out to be 24, and if we add 4 here, then we'll get 28, which is our answer. So if we follow the same pattern throughout the sequence, then we'll get our answer. So I'll directly jump to the solution part and tell you the basic steps. So the first term here is 37. 37 multiplied by 2 plus 2 gives 78. So 78 multiplied by 2 plus 4 plus 8 this time. So the another sequence that we are following here is plus 4, comma, plus 8, comma, plus 12, comma, plus 16, and so on. So here you need to look whether you are following the same sequence or not. So in the similar manner, as I mentioned, if you multiply 78 by 2 and add 8, we'll get 64. If you multiply 64 with 2 and add 12, then we'll get 340, so on 696, and so on 1412. So here you can see multiplied by 2, and this gap is like, this number is actually multiplied by 2 plus 20. Here multiplied by 2 plus 16. In a similar manner, if you look here, multiplied by 2 plus 12. Here multiplied by 2 plus 8. In the similar manner, we are following the same sequence, and we'll get closer to our answer that comes out to be 1412. Now, next question of similar kind. Here we have the series number 1, that is, our first series is 2, 9, 8. Let's mark it as 1, mark it as 2, and we know our first series is 2, 9, 8, 2, 9, 5, 7, 3, 7, 5. Now we need to find the relation between this. For that, I'll tell you a good example here. If we look how the 2 makes a difference with 9, that is of 7, how we can reach there, I'll directly jump to the solution part. That is, if we multiply 2 with 8 and subtract 7, then we'll get 16 minus 7, that comes out to be 9. That is our answer. If we follow the same sequence again throughout the series, then we'll get our answer. So the first number that we have is 3. If we multiply 3 with 8, we'll get 24, and subtract 7, we'll get 17. Now the pattern that we are going to follow is, now we are going to multiply it by 7, then next number will multiply it by 6, the next number will be multiplied by 5, and so on. So the sequence that we are following here is more related to the multiplication of 8, multiplication of 7, multiplication of 6. In the lower series also we are doing the same. Multiplied by 8 minus 7, multiplied by 7 minus 6, multiplied by 6 minus 5, multiplied by 5 minus 4. So eventually we'll get closer to our answer that comes out to be 3361. I hope everybody is able to understand. Although we are finding the value of each and every term here, that is P, Q, R, S and T. So P comes out to be 17, Q comes out to be 113, R comes out to be 673. Now the major agenda of this question is the combination of two different series. Here we are multiplying one value and subtracting a value lesser than that. That is multiplied by 8, then minus 7, multiplied by 7, minus 6. So we are supposed to follow the same sequence throughout the series. I hope this question is clear. Now I'll take example of another kind of questions that are based on the alphabetical series. So here we are going to discuss different kind of questions that are position of the letters, whether the positioning of the letter is right or wrong. We know that every alphabet have their own position. That is, if we take an example, we know that A is when named as 1, comma, B is named as 2, similarly Z is named as 26 and E is named as 5. If we look to J, which named as 10, then we have a good example of O, which named as 15. Then we have T, comes out to be 20. Then we have last number is Y, comes out to be 25. So these are some example which tells us the position of a particular alphabet in the numerical order. This will definitely help you out in solving out the questions that we are going to discuss shortly. So the second is the difference between the alphabets. I'll take an example here again. If I take A, B, C, the next number is B, C, D. B, C, D. So what we are able to figure out? The first number of both the letters are getting addition of 1. Then if we add addition 1 to B, they'll get C. The similar manner will get D if we add plus 1 here. So what we are getting here is a difference of 1. So this is how the questions can be. And again on the basis of position of the alphabet in that particular series. So let's just quickly start with the kind of questions that I'm talking about. So, okay, before going to the question, I would like you to read this. Take a pause and make sure to read each and everything. I'll give you a good suggestions for that, how you can remember. Everybody know that A belongs to 1. Everybody know the first 5 or first 6. That is A, B, C, D, E and F. Till 6 everybody remembers, but after that it becomes difficult for one to remember. For that we can remember like G7, that is group of 7 countries. So G belongs to 7. This is a method of learning. J, everybody know the 52 deck of cards. Over there we have J. J comes out to be 10. Okay, now we'll remember some few more. We know that in cricket T20 leagues are very famous, right? So we'll take it as T20 just to remember the position of T. Understand? Now everybody know that there are total of 26 alphabet and the last one is Z. So Z comes out to be 26. And before that again X, Y, Z. Everybody said X, Y, Z, 24, 25 and 26. So these three are also easy to remember. Now you can also remember some multiple of 5. So 5th is E, 10th is J as I said, 15th is O. So multiple of 5 can be easily remembered. Total of 5 are there. E for 5, J for 10, O for 15, T for 20 we already discussed, Y for 25 we know. So these are some basic tricks that you can always remember while writing your answers. Okay. Now we'll directly jump to the question part. I'll come to this particular part later. This is nothing but in the reverse order. Instead of giving 26 to Z, we are giving 1. Instead of giving 1 to A, we are giving 26. We are just reversing the order. Rest everything is same. Now, from question number 11 to 18, we are going to discuss some similar kind of problems just for your ease. So starting with this question. First, in this question, we need to look at B, E, H. So what is the place value of B? We recently discussed. That is, I'm going to write here. Place value of B is 2. Place value of E is 5. And place value of H is 8. Now check. 2 and 5 makes a difference of plus 3. 5 and 8 makes a difference of plus 3 again. So if we add plus 3 in the next value, then we are going to get 11. And we know that 11 is the place value of K, right? So our answer instead of this is going to be K. I hope this is clear. With this, I'm able to find out my answer, which is going to be K, whose place value is 11. So as I mentioned, you need to remember all these place values. There are some tricks which I have already told you. Rest you will get to know while solving the questions. Now we'll move to the next question, that is Q, N, K, a missing value followed by E. So again, let's just figure out the place values. So Q have the place value of 17 followed by N. N has the place value of 14. Now followed by K, which has a place value of 12. Just give me a second. Q have a place value of 17. Then we have N, which have a place value of 12. Then we have K having a place value of 11. Then a missing number. Then we have 5. E, which is a place value of 5. Now look at the series. Here the subtraction of 3 is there. We can easily figure out because we have already completed the numerical series. Again, so if we minus 3 here, we'll get 8. And we know that 8 is the place value of H. How simple this is, right? We just need to find out the relation that they are following. Now we'll move to the next question. This question number 13. Here we need to find the relation that series is following. So we'll do few things. We know that C, D, some value here, I, M. Let's just read it very carefully. We know that after I we are getting M. So after I there is J, K, L, then M. So we are moving 4 places. So here we are going to move 3 places. Here we are going to move 2 places. So after 2, here we C, D, here we move plus 1, D, E, F, if we move plus 2, G, H, I plus 3, J, K, L, M plus 4. So what exactly we are getting here is D plus 2, that is F. I hope you get to the first part. Now let's follow the second part. After G, we are getting I. So we know the place value of G, that is 7. We know the place value of I, that is 9. So it is directly getting a plus 2. So if we make plus 3, here we'll get to L, right? So the answer is going to be FL. What I am doing, I am creating this pattern. Okay, this will help you out to figure out your answer. As soon as you are able to figure out the pattern that numbers are or the alphabets are following, you are able to get closer to your answer. I hope this thing is clear till here. Now we'll directly move to the next question, which is a very easy question. Just think on it, pause the video and try to find out the relation. Rest I will tell. Okay, now I'm starting with this. The first is AB. Then we get BA, then ABD, then DBA. So what exactly we are getting? Here 1, 2. Here 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. What we are getting? We are just reversing it, right? So if we mark P as 1, Q as 2, R as 3, S as 4. So reverse value is going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, which comes out to be S, R, Q, P. So my friend, this is going to be our answer. We just, as I mentioned, we just need to figure out what exactly the relation is in between the numbers. I hope this is clear. Now we'll move to the next question. Here, student, I would like to make a few corrections here before I'll go start with the question. I'll rewrite the question for you. First of all, instead of 2, you can write Z here. Rest everything is okay now. So you are able to figure out a numerical word followed by alphabet, then a number followed by some value. We need to figure out alphabet, then a numerical value, a number, alphabet, a number. What is going to be here? First, we need to derive the relation from the first 3 that we are getting. We know 17 minus 2 gives us 15. Z minus 1 gives us X. X, and then we are getting, yes, exactly, minus 2 is this, and again minus 2 is X. So if we subtract 15 minus 2, we are getting 13. So in the next number, if we subtract 13 minus 2, we are going to get 11. So here I'll write 11 is the first part of our answer. Before if we subtract 2 from X, we'll get V. Then again we subtract 2, we'll get T. So here we'll write T. Okay. And in the last, as I noted that 5 minus 1 4 minus 1 3, then minus 1 2. So this is going to be our answer written here. Okay. So what we are following, 3 different sequences here. The first sequence is for the first number. The second sequence is for the alphabet. The third sequence is going to be for this third number. I hope this is clear till here. So in reasoning, in the number series or the series completion part, we are supposed to find the logic. We are supposed to find the reason behind every value, why that particular value is here. Now I'll move to the next question, which is comparatively an easier question. The first is FLP INS WINS LPV, which is followed by a missing value. You are supposed to find that. So here we know that the first and the third letter are moved 3 steps forward. So listen to that. F, if we add plus 3, we'll get 9. We know the place value of F, that is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9, which is the place value of I. Again, if we add plus 3, we are going to get 12, and the 12 is the place value of 11. I hope you get this one. The next one is L. If we add L plus 3, we know the place value of L is 12. We have already figured out. 12 plus 3, 15, and we know the place value of 15. That is, sorry. Okay, we are just mistaken this. I'll do it again for you. For F, we are adding plus 3. For P as well, we are adding plus 3. For the second term or the middle one, we are adding plus 2. I hope you are able to get the answer. How I am doing this, I'll tell you. Listen to that. F goes to I, we know. L goes to N, we know. P goes to S, all we know. So first we need to figure out the place value of F, that is 6. I mentioned about plus 3 comes out to be 9, which is the place value of I. Then L. L's place value is 14. And here we're getting N, which is for N having place value of 14, L having place value of 12, which is plus 2. P, move to S. We know the place value of P, that is 16. Plus 3, we get 19, which is the place value of S. So we are following this sequence throughout the series. So if I'll take this, L goes to some value, P goes to some value, V goes to some value. If we add plus 3, plus 2 and plus 3 as above we do, we are able to find L having a place value of 12 plus 3 comes out to be 15, which comes out to be O. P, if we add 2 in that, we get 18, we are getting R. V, we know the place value of V, that is 22. We know the place value of V, that is 22. If we are adding something in that, we are getting Y. I hope you are getting this, right? Now we'll move to the next question. So ORY is our answer here. Okay. No. So next question is here. Again, we have alphabet, we have a numerical number. We have alphabet, we have a numerical number. We have a alphabet, we have a numerical number. So we just figure out D, E, F plus 2. GH plus 2, IJ plus 2, JK. So we'll directly get the answer K here. 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 2 10, 10 plus 2 12. Here is 12. K12 is our answer, right? JKL. I'm sorry. Here we'll do plus 2. So we'll get L. Instead of K, we are getting L. So L12 is our final answer here. We are simple following a sequence of plus 2 in both the sides. Okay. Now a basic question again. We know ABC gives out to 6, DEF gives out to 15, GHI gives out to 24. Now we need to figure out how we are getting these numbers. So as I mentioned about the place values, the place value of A is 1 plus the place value of B is 2, the place value of C is 3, the summation getting 6. So we are able to form the relation here. So what we are doing is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. The numbers are going to be J, K and L, right? And if we know the place value of J, K, L, that is 11, 12, 13, and if we add all, we are getting 33. So we are going to get our answer with the same logic. So it is all about, in the series, when you are getting alphabets, you make sure to know their place values, which I have already discussed before starting the alphabetical series, right? Now we'll move to the next question. Next kind of questions, I must say, which is going to be a combination of, again, both alphabets and numbers. Here you have to find the wrong values, right? So we need to find G having a place value of 7, T having a place value of 20. I hope you get it, right? The similar manner, J having a place value of 10, R having a place value of 18, if I am not wrong, right? Okay, now move to the other part, that is M having a place value of 13. Yes, here what we are getting, the place values. So we can directly read that the first letter in every term is moved 3 steps forward, and in each next term, the second number is moving in the same pattern. The pattern is given as multiplied by 2 plus 1, multiplied by 2 plus 2, multiplied by 2 plus 3, follow the same. But we know that J10R is a wrong term. Why? If we multiplied it by 2, 2 into 4 is going to be 8 and plus 1 is going to be 9. So instead of 10 out here, what we are going to get is 9, right? So this is the wrong value. So the pattern that we are following is multiplied by 10. Okay, then we have multiplied by 2 plus 2, multiplied by 2 plus 3. This is a sequence that we are following, right? Okay, so next question, a very similar question kind of thing. Now here the sequence is a bit typical for you, that A followed to G, B followed to G, and the D follows to K. Now we need to find the relation. A plus B, C, D. We are getting addition of 3. Addition of 3 here. Addition of 3 here. Addition of 4 here. Addition of 5 here. So if we add, so if we add 3 in A, we are getting D. In a similar manner, if we get this, so if we are using the same pattern, hence the number NTB is a wrong term. Why? It should be replaced with MTB. MTB. So we know that, okay, MTB, because the difference between H and M is going to be much larger, right? So instead of that, we are getting M. Okay, so we need to follow the same pattern as we are doing, right? So just I'm going to read it for you here from here. Similarly, the second letter is moving with a fixed number, that is 6, 7 forward, and the next numbers are going to be moved, the third letter basically 7, 8, 9. So we are adding the numbers initially 3, 4, 5, then 5, 6, 7, then 7, 8, 9, and we'll move till the same sequence. And here NTB is a number which is not following the same sequence. So this will be our wrong entity. Here we can see. Okay. Now we have the next question again on the basis of alphabets. So I'll quickly do it for you, as you now know what are supposed to be done. We know that the sequences are having terms like EPV followed by FQW followed by GRX followed by HTY and ITZ, right? Here we know that every term, that is first, second and third letter in the first term, is in alphabetical order, but there is one term which is not following the same sequence. We know that after E we have E, F, G, H, I, totally correct. After P it should be Q, it should be R, it should be S instead of T, right? So here if I am talking about P, I talk about P, Q, R, S, it should be S instead of T. So we'll get S. What we'll get? H, S, Y. This is going to be the answer. H, S, Y. Here you can see. Okay. This is going to be our answer. Now we'll move to the next. Now here we have the first term, that is PON, RQP, PSR, VVT, WXWV, ZYX. Here we have multiple terms. The process is totally similar. You have to figure out the process, the method in which the numbers are arranged. Here every term, the first, second and the third letter is moved 2 steps forward in the next term. P, Q, R, P, Q, R. Here we are going to get +2, right? P, Q, R, P, Q, R, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Totally fine. If you look at the second one, that is O. After O, we are going to get P, Q, R, S, T, U. So this should be U instead of P. So your answer comes out to be V, U and T. This is going to be the correct answer. Here we have seen this, right? So again, what I am doing, I am figure out the relation that every number is facing. So I hope till now I have completed 22 questions on the basis of the similar kind of things. So now we'll move to some different kind of questions, that is pattern based question. Here you will have some missing values. Here you have to find whether the missing values are correctly arranged or not. Okay, so I'll directly move to the question part. We are going to follow the same sequence from question number 23 to question number 28. So the first is this. Okay, so we have this particular thing, number, that is AS underscore B, a dash basically, where we are supposed to find the value, a missing value. Then we have BAA, then this is going to be a dash. Okay, now then again 3 times B and then A. Now check out in these kind of questions, the process that you have to follow is very easy. That first, make sure to calculate the number of terms, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Now you are able to see 12 are there. So how we can divide 12? Either 4 into 3 or 3 into 4, or we can divide them 2 into 6, 6 into 2. Now why I am doing all this thing? We can make a pair of 4, pair of 4, pair of 4. Instead of that, pair of 4, total we have 3 pairs are getting. This is going to be the solution. If we are making 6 pair each, so 4 plus 2, 6, and again 3 plus 6. So we'll get in total of 2 pairs, right? So here what sequence we are getting now? Get to that. Here in the first dash, we know that B is followed by double A. So double B will be followed by double V. Double B will be followed by double A. Here we know that total of 3 B's are there. So 3 B's will be followed by 3 A's. So here we'll get B, B, B. So here our missing term is B. Here our missing term is A, which is followed by again A dash A, right? Again A. So answer comes out to be B, A and A. B, A and A, which is a option number A. So in this method you are able to find the solution. What exactly we are doing here is, first we are checking out how we can divide the letters into smaller subgroups where the repetition may take place. For that you have to make all possible things as I do. Okay, you will be better understand this kind of questions with another example. I'll take another example. So this is the solution of the previous question only. So I read it for you. The first blank space should be filled by B so that we have 2 A's. We have 2 A's followed by 2 B's. In the second blank, we'll have 3 A's followed by 3 B's. In the similar manner, in the end, we'll get A. As the series as we keep the series in sequence. Okay. Now, this is another good question. Here, as I do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now you are able to figure out what exactly we are getting. Just make a note, friends, students, that here is also a dash. Total 12 are there. So we'll divide 3 into 4, which is a very nominal kind of thing. So first this pair, then this pair, then this pair, and then this pair. So we need to figure out what exactly we are getting before C. Before C we are getting a B. So write B here. Okay. What is getting before B? We are getting A. So write A here. What is we are getting before after B? That is C. So write C here. So what exactly? ABC? ABC. So we are getting ABC, ABC, ABC again. So here also we'll get B. Here also we'll get A. So A, B, B, A, C. A, B, B, A, C. We'll get our answer. That is option number D. So students, you need to figure out the branch. We can divide it as 4 into 3 as well. Then we are not going to get a uniform division of the alphabet. But here what we are getting? A, B, C in repetition. Okay. So in this manner, you are able to find the answer. You can check the solution. For that, you can make this particular diagram, that after A, we are getting B. After B, we are getting C. And then after C, we are getting A. Then after A, we are again getting B. So in this manner, you are getting this series. I hope the question is clear. Now we'll move to the next question. Here again, the process will be same that we are going to follow. That first we'll calculate the total number of alphabets that we are supposed to be used in this particular series. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15. Now total 15 is there. What is going to be the best division? 5 into 3 we can do. So we'll do it like this. Okay. Okay. And yes, we have already divided our series in 5 each. Now just check what pattern exactly we are following. So Here we have double a dash before it, then we are getting a B, and before B we are getting a, so we'll directly write A here. Before B we are getting a, before B, so if we write A here, so 3 times A, 2 times B, this is how we can form a pattern. 3 times A, 2 times B, 3 times A, 2 times B. Okay, what exactly we are getting, students? A more, followed by 2 B's. Okay, so this is a sequence. For that, we are supposed to fill A, B, A, B. A, B, A, B. Option number 6 is going to be our answer. So what I did here, first I make sure to make branch of all the series that we are having. After that, I'll divide them into subgroups and make sure the repetition of letter will be there. So what we are getting, a repetition of this number. 3 times A followed by 2 times B. Here you can get the answer. Right, so the pattern that repeated is this one. That repeated is this one, and the answer that we are getting is AA followed by BAB. So just for your practice, we'll discuss few more questions. Till 29 we are supposed to discuss now. So again the pattern will be same. First count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again we'll make branch. Either we can make a branch of 4 each, 5 each in this manner. So let's just do this thing again now. A followed by some other number, followed by some other number, followed by some other number. Now we are getting a complex situation here, right? We don't know what exactly we are supposed to fill before C, what we don't know what we are supposed to fill before that. So just place it with the help of options that we are getting, right? So we'll get a series like this. I hope you are getting it. I'm explaining this. A, B, C. This is what we are getting. Now we are getting 2 B's. Here a B is followed by A. 2 B's will be followed by 2A. And 2 C's also will be followed by 2B. Now A, then we have 2A, then we are going to have 3 A's. So 3 A's will be there. So B, A, C, A. So where we are getting this B, A, C, A, option number 1. Right? So this is how you are supposed to form the branches. Okay. Here we get our answer. The sequence that we are following is this one. I hope it is clear till here. Okay. Few more questions based on the similar kind of things. Here all the patterns are missing. So alphabets are missing. So we can place it here. We can place it here. We can place it here. We can place it here as well. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there we are going to have 2 spaces. Okay. Now there is some typing error in the question. Otherwise the question is totally fine. So we'll know the dashes or the missing values now. We are supposed to make the series. So I'm not wasting much time here in this question. I'll simply get to the answer. First, we need to count the number of letters. Then we'll divide it into some multiple factors, either 4 into 3, 5 into 3, 6 into 3, whatever the possible value going to be. Then we are able to find the answer. I'll directly tell you the series. That is AA, BCD. Now 2 times A. Now we'll have 2 times B. A, B, B, C, D. Now A, B, C, C, D. A, B, C, double D. Now what we are getting, the repetition of alphabet is changing at every position. So with this, what we are able to find, our answer is this. Whatever missing value we are supposed to place here, we are getting that particular value here. Okay. I hope answer is clear to you. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. That is question number 28. Here you are supposed to see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blanks are there. And you need to fill all those blanks. So first we are able to see that what we are getting, double C followed by D. So what we can do here is CC, 4 times C followed by Yeah, 4 times C will be followed by 4 times D. We can make it like this. And 5 times C will be followed by 5 times D. So, like, what exactly happening here? With the practice of question, you are able to figure out even without counting. I'm able to know that 5 times C is followed by 4 times this. Again this, followed by 5 times this. This is going to be our sequence. CCD, CC, double D, CC, double C, D. Okay, what we are getting? Double C in between D, double times D in between C, double times C in between D, double times D between C. So what exactly we are getting? Double C's, so we are going to get D here. Double D's, so we are going to get C here. To make it double D, we'll make it D. Double C, we are going to get D here. And the similar matter, we are going to get a C here. I hope the corrected part is understandable. Okay, so answer is option number B, that is D, C, D, D, B. Here we are following this sequence. My friend, you must be aware of this. Okay, now I think the questions related to letters are finished now. We'll move to few more questions which are relating to the missing values. Okay, here what we are getting on the same pattern: X, Y, Z, U dash, Y, Z dash, V dash dash dash. So what exactly? Number of words: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the number of words are, I think, going to be 15 here in total. We'll divide them 5 into 3. So what we are getting? X, Y, Z, U, V. Let's just put it V here. Then we are getting Z, X. So Y, Z, then U, V, and then our missing value is X. Now we are getting the answers. What exactly we are following here is more related to X, Y, Z, U, V. Okay, now we'll shift this X to the end part. What we are going to get? Y, Z, U, V, X. Now we are going to shift Y to that direction. Then we are going to get Z, U, V, X, and then Y. This is going to be the sequence, right? So my friend, our answer is going to be X, Y, Z, U, V. Okay, so X will be shifted here, rest everything is same. Then Y will be shifted at the end, rest everything will be same. Then Z will be shifted at the end, rest everything will be same. So answer comes out to be option number A, that is U, V, X, Y, Z. Okay. So this is a series that we are following right now. Okay, the first number is moving to the last in the next term. Okay, as you can see. Okay, now Y will move to the end part. This is going to be the answer. Z will move to the second part. The remaining answer will be there. So this is the sequence that we are going to follow. Now question number 30. For question number 30, we have a different series. You can check here. Now till now we are dealing with only one series, right? Now we have a couple of series. Here you need to find the relation between both the series with their reference by matching their place values. So we can easily figure out on the place of A, in the second series we have 2. So A belongs to 2. In the similar manner, we are supposed to find all the values. I'll directly skip to the answer part. By taking A is equals to 2, you all know how I calculated A is equals to 2. In the similar manner, C comes out to be 1, N comes out to be 4, H comes out to be 5, and E comes out to be 3. The number series runs out to be in this manner: 2, 1, 5, 4, 3. Remember the previous question. 2 will move to the last, rest everything will be same. Then 1 will move to the last, rest everything will be same. Then 5 will move to the last, everything will be same. In the similar manner, we are able to find the solution. So our answer is going to be 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, as we have shifted 2, then 1, then 5. In this manner, we are able to get the answer. What exactly we are doing, you all know. Okay. Now, the next question is, question number 31, for that we have the instruction. We need to find the missing value again. But this time, the change is instead of 1, instead of 2, you are getting 3 series. Now you are supposed to check. You can I'll take an example. C is there in the place value number 1. Here a blank, here a P. So it means C somewhere corresponds to P. And from here we can get P corresponds to 2. So we are able to find the place value of P, right? So here if we are having 3 series, we need to find the corresponding values. What exactly? As I mentioned, C corresponds to P and P corresponds to 2. So it means 2 corresponds to C as well. So what we are using? A equals to B equals to C. We are using this particular thing. And this manner we are able to complete our number series. I'll directly take you to the comparison part. As I have already compared first part for you, that is comparing the position of capital letters, numbers and the small letters. We are able to find P corresponds to C and 2 corresponds to P, so that P and 2 both corresponds to C. We have already discussed till here. Now Q corresponds to A. You can check here. Q corresponds to A, right? And you can see here 3 corresponds to Q. It means Q and 3 corresponds to A. In the similar manner, 5 corresponds to D. So that the remaining numbers are 4 corresponds to B. So that BCCB corresponds to, as we know that B corresponds to 4, so we'll get 4. C corresponds to 2, so we'll get twice 2 and then again 4. So answer will be 4224. We can say that 4224. Okay, till here I think there is no problem. What we have discussed till now is the alphabetical series from last 10 questions, where single series is given and we have to find the answer with the help of place values of that particular alphabet. Then in the previous 2 questions, first we discussed the condition of 2 series given. Okay, for that we need to compare both the series and find their place values. In the last question that we have discussed 3 different series: alphabetical series with capital letters, alphabetical series with small letters, and the numerical series. Here we are finding the corresponding values of all the numbers, which eventually leads us towards our answer. I hope questions are clear till here. Now we are going to have some figure wala questions that are we call non-verbal questions, right? Here you have certain figures and the numbers are placed at different corners and you have to make an arrangement so that you are able to get to the answer. You'll come to know it later as soon as we'll start with the questions. Okay, now the directions are going to be till question number 40. So we have to find the missing values. I'll tell you the correct approach for the question first. Then we'll follow the same approach till 40th question. And with this, we are able to get closer to our answers. Okay, my friends? Okay, this is your first question. Here you are able to see triangles, and in between the middle triangle, you have a question mark. And question mark suggests the missing value, the value you need to find out. So as in the series, we are figure out the different series, right? How the previous number is related to the next number. So here also, we need to find what relation is there in between the outer 3 numbers to get the inner number. So I'll tell you, there are multiple ways. If I'll take example, if you multiply 5 multiplied by 6 comes out to be 30, right? And if we subtract the 4th one, we'll get to 26. This is the correct way we are getting our answer. But what if this is not following? We'll do it. 5 into 8 comes out to be 40. If we subtract 3, we are getting 37, which is not correct. So this approach is wrong. So we'll follow some other approach. Okay, this is going to be a second approach. That is, if we multiply both the number on the top, which comes out to be 20, and then add the last number, we'll get 26, which is our answer. is this is also following this or not? 8 multiplied by 3, we comes out to be 24. And if we add 5 in this, we are getting 29. Oh yes, we are getting our answer. So in this manner, we are able to figure out the missing value as well. For that, what we need to do, 6 into 3 comes out to be 18 plus 4 comes out to be 22. Here we get 22. I hope the concept is clear. You need to drive the relation with the help of given figure in order to find the missing value. I hope the question is clear. You'll get better understanding of the same as soon as we'll move forward with the similar kind of questions. Here you see the approach. As I have already told you this, and this is going to be our final answer, which led it to 22. Okay. Now the next question. Here you need to figure out. Sometimes it is difficult to figure out the answer, but practice is there to overcome this problem. Here we can see. Here we have multiple approaches. I'll tell you the first approach that normally student used to follow. What they used to do, they used to do 8, 5, 3. They'll make it a number. Then they'll make it another number, 3, 2, 9, following both the things, right? In this manner. And they used to subtract it, and we are getting somewhere around 5,000 something. We are not going to get our answer because our answer is 174. So I'll tell you directly correct approach for that. Okay, so we have first number as 8 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3. So what exactly we are getting? 8 5s are 40, which is multiplied by 3 comes out to be 120. Mark it as 1. In the lower part, we have 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 9 comes out to be 18 2 3 to 6 and 6 9s 54. So what exactly we are getting? 120 plus 54 is 174. This is our correct answer. So what if we follow the same in the given figure where we have to find the missing value? That is 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5. That is comes out to be 30. Mark it as 1. 6 multiplied by 4 multiplied by 5 comes out to be 120. Mark it as 2. If we add 1 plus 2, what we are getting? 30 plus 120, we are getting 150. I hope the question is clear now. Here we are getting 150, which is option B. I hope the method and the approach is clear what we are getting here. Okay. Now we are getting this, right? Addition of both the multiplications, and this is our final answer. Okay, 150. This method, like what exactly we are doing? First, we are understanding the pattern, how we can multiply, divide by using any mathematical operation, how you can solve this question. Okay, now this is another question in front of you. So I'll tell you the basic approach the student used to follow. First, they used to add all these numbers. What we are getting? 10 and 15. We are getting 15 minus 5 they used to do. They are getting 10. But we are not able to follow the same thing in this. So what exactly we can do? We can see that if we multiply 3 with 6, what we are getting? 3, 6, 18. And if we multiply 4 into 2, we are getting 8. Right? If we subtract both, we are getting 10. We are getting our answer. But what if this not follows? We'll check it. 5 multiplied by 9 comes out to be 45. 3 multiplied by 5 comes out to be 15. And if we subtract 45 minus 15, we are getting 30. Yes, we are getting our answer. It means the approach that we are following is correct. So follow the same approach here. Multiply 5 by 6, we are getting 30. Multiply 5 by 2, we are getting 10. So if we subtract both the numbers, what exactly we are getting? 20. And here option B is 20. I hope the question is clear. We need to figure out the relation between. Right now I'm able to do all these things very fast because I'm in the practice. As soon as you'll make practice of multiple questions of similar kind, you'll get a good speed while solving the answers. For that, my friends, I have added around 40 questions in the end of all types. Okay, which will help you out to make good hand-on practice with the kind of questions we are discussing in this lecture. Okay, the same method, directly jump to the answer part. This and this will closer to the answer. I hope the question is clear now. Okay, another missing value. Now you need to figure out the relation. What we can see, the first thought comes out to be if we add 11 plus 9, we are getting 20, and if we multiply it by 2, we'll get 40. Oh my god, we are getting our answer. But what if this is not following the same? If we add 15 plus 7, we are getting 22. But 22 multiplied by 2 is 44, which is not the correct answer. We need to figure out something else. In that case, my friends, you need to look for some other mathematical operations. Till now we are adding, we are subtracting, we are multiplying. But in the initial stage of the series, I have told about the square, I told about the cube as well. So if we make 11 square minus 9 square, that comes out to be 121 minus 81. What we are getting? We are getting 40. We are getting our answer. But we are not sure that this is the right approach or wrong. For that, we'll implement the same procedure in the second figure. That is 15 square minus 7 square. So what we are getting? 225 minus 49. So what exactly we are getting here is 176. Yes, my friend, we are getting our answer. So we'll implement the same in this now. We know 25 square is 625 and 21 square is 441. If we subtract, what we are getting? 481. That is 184. That is our option number A. So in this method, we are able to find the solution. So my friends, before we start any question, we need to figure out the relation between the numerical terms mentioned in that particular figure. Only then you are able to get closer to the missing value, which is now we are able to find, that is 184. Okay. Again, the same procedure that we have discussed. We'll directly skip to the answer part. 25 minus 21 square, that is this. We'll get the answer. Okay. Now, another missing values. So my friend, what is going to be the correct approach for that? I'll tell you. These three are the numbers. This is our result. I'll making it easy for you. So here you can pause the video, make sure that you invest 1 or 2 minutes in that question and try to find the answer. Rest I'll explain. Okay. So what we are able to see here, if we multiplied 6 into 4 and divided by the center number, what we are getting in the first part, 6 into 4 comes out to be 24, divided by 3 comes out to be 8. Yes, we are getting our answer. Let's just implement in the second part as well, in which ensure the correctness of our approach. So what exactly we are doing? 18 multiplied by 3 comes out to be 54. And if we divide it by 2, we are getting 27. Yes, my friend, we are getting our answer now. So what exactly we are supposed to do here? 15 multiplied by, let's say, x. This missing value is x. Divided by 5. I hope you get the answer. Comes out to be 9. This is 3. Right? Here if we divide this, we are getting 3. X is equals to 3. I hope you know the calculation part. I'll do it again for you. What exactly we are doing? 15 multiplied by x comes out to be 15x. And we are supposed to divide it by 5, which is equals to 9. If we divide it by 3, then x is equals to 9 upon 3 comes out to be 3, which is option number 3, C. So this value is going to be 3. I hope the approach is clear. What we are doing, multiplying this number with this number and dividing by this number. I hope the concept is clear. Okay. So we'll move, 2 more questions are there to go. Okay. So approach is this. Our approach is totally fine. We are able to get the answer. I have already explained everything here. Okay. Now my friend, we'll move to some other question. Here you are able to see a basic kind of thing. In between we have 7, a number larger than the all possible number written outside. 6 a number larger than the all possible number written. Okay, but this is not the case that we are always going to get the larger number here. This can be the case, but for that I always told to go for a correct approach. Let us start. I'll directly jump to the correct approach so that there will be no wastage of time for you. 4 multiplied by 3, what we are getting? We are getting 12. 1 multiplied by 5, we are getting 5. So the difference between both the number is your answer. I hope the concept is clear. I'll do it again for you. 3 4s are 12, 3 2s are 6, 6 and 12. The difference is 6, which is your answer. Here, 2 into 1 is 2, 3 into 0 is 0. So the difference is 2. 2 is your answer. So how am I able to figure out all these things? Just look for the answer that you want, that is 7. And how you can get to 7? You just need to figure out that. Understood? So you can do one more thing as well. Like you can add all these numbers and make some subtraction, right? You can add all these numbers, but make sure the approach that you are following must follow this as well as this. Then only go and implement your approach in the third figure and you will get closer to your answer. I hope everything is clear till here. Now, the approach that I am talking about is same. You'll get to the answer. Okay. Now, the next question is again of the same pattern. We need to figure out the answer here. How we can get closer to the answer. Now, I'll take a quick step here. I'll directly jump to the procedure part. That is this minus this plus this minus this. What exactly we are subtracting? We are subtracting this value from this value from this value. So here we'll get 6, here we'll get 2. Adding both the numbers is 8. Again, the difference is 5, the difference is 2. Adding both the numbers, we are getting 7. Here the difference is 5, here the difference is 4. So what exactly we are going to get? 9. 9 is your answer. I hope the concept is clear till here now. As we have already discussed more than 35 questions of series and completion, I hope nobody is facing any problem now. And still you are facing problem, for that I have already provided a complete practice sheet for the same. Okay, you can go through all the questions of practice sheet and make sure to solve those questions. Here a bit tricky question for you. Here you need to find, I always mention, whenever alphabetic series is there, do write their place values. Z, we know the last 26. R, we know 18. Okay. K, we all know 11. I'm writing on their places 3. F is 6 and V is 22. Now, make sure to make X, Y, Z. Now we need to find what is going to be the answer. Okay. Find the letter from left to right. This is going to be the answer. Let's see. Let's discuss what is going to be the answer. For that, if I subtract 26 minus 18, we are going to get 8. 8 is what we call H. Let's just take it as H. So what we are doing, we are subtracting this. It means we are supposed to add both these numbers, this number and this number, 14. The 14 is the place value of N. So we are going to get N here. Okay. Now, what we are supposed to subtract from 22 to get 16? We can subtract 16 as well. And 16 is the place value of P. I hope you get your answer now. We are able to find out each and every value. So, JSN is your answer. As it is, we have mentioned, everything is there. Okay. I hope question is very clear to you all. Okay. This is whenever alphabetic number is there, what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to write their place values. And for place values, make a chart. How you can write the place values? I'll tell you. Wait. Write A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. After M, write N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. 1, 26. 2, 25 in the similar manner. 13, 14. You're able to remember in this manner. So make sure before you start your alphabetical series, write alphabetical number in this manner. You're able to recall all the numbers. Okay. This is just for your ease. Okay. Now we have another missing value. For that, we need to figure out what relation we are following. So what exactly we are following, my friend? We are following how we need to relate this number with this number in this kind of questions. Okay? So what we are doing, I'll directly jump to the answer part. 3's square minus 3. We are getting 9 minus 2, 6. I'll take another point. 10 is there. So if I use 10 square minus 10, we are getting 100 minus 10. We are getting 90. We are getting our answer. So my friend, if we need 20, so what we are supposed to do? X square minus x is supposed to be 20. Right? So you can directly assume a number which is closer to that, whose subtraction related to 5 gives you 20. Right? Gives you 20. So basically, x square is 20 plus x. So write a number. If I write 1 here, we'll getting 1. We are getting 21. Not possible. So I'll directly take the answer part. If you take 5 here, 5 square is 25, which is equals to 20 plus 5. Right? So answer is 5. In such cases, you just need to make this equation, that is x square minus x is equals to, now we have 20. Okay. Now this is going to be our answer. I hope question is clear to everyone. Now, this is the approach that we are talking about. Okay, till here. You can use this manner or you can use any method. Okay, clearly indicate 3 square minus this. So what they are doing, they are somewhere trying the hidden trial kind of things, and they're eventually getting closer to your answer. Okay. Now, this is a different question for you all. And this is the last question of today's lecture. What we are supposed to find, we are supposed to find the value of x, which is written in this box. So whenever you are getting these kind of question, you need to find the relation of all these numbers that I have encircled with the number which I have mentioned below. Okay, you need to find this. So for that, I'll directly jump to the answer part. For the topmost part, you need to check the lower part, that is 12 if we plus. Okay, what we are doing? 12 plus 3, we are getting 15. 22 plus 11, we are getting 33. 18 plus 9, we are getting 27. 22 plus x, we are getting 36. So how you can write this thing? You can write 22 plus x, we are getting 36. X comes out to be 36 minus 32, that comes out to be 4. So x is equals to 4. This is your answer. How simple this is, right? And if we need to find the relation between all these things, what we are doing? The first is 12. So 12 divided by 3. Here we are getting 22 divided by 11. Here we are getting 18 divided by 9. And here, now we get the number as 4. 32 divided by 4. What we are doing here is 12 plus 3, 22 plus 11, 18 plus 9 and 32 plus x. We have already figured out. This is how we are solving this question. I hope you don't find any problem in solving all these questions. Now 4 is our answer, as I have already told you. Okay, the method that we are following is addition gives us the left hand part, the division gives us the right hand part here. Okay, so the same thing followed in the same pattern, second pattern, and finally we get closer to our answer. Okay, that is x is equals to 4 answer. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. I have discussed each and every question till now. Questions related to the number series, question related to the alphabetical series, question related to the missing values, the question related to the next value you are supposed to find. So my friend, Just make sure to practice whichever worksheet that is given to you after completion of this video. Thank you for the class. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.